So I think I'm gonna work on the VR4 like combat wing maybe a little bit today. I need to go and use a bandsaw to cut the individual little plates since I found out it was like not an original one. It's like a knockoff one. I'll still end up fixing it, maybe use it on the car. I found an original one, but the guy is in Canada, and you know what that means. Shipping from Canada would be ridiculous on a wing that's in a box that's going to be huge. So I'm still debating on getting it, fixing this one and actually selling this one and then putting the other one on the car. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, so I'm going to do that. I also need to get the brackets for the diff out of the white VR4. I forgot them to take them to the powder cutter. I ordered some poly bushings, and then I was like, oh, I forgot to pull those brackets off the diff. So I'm gonna do that today, and I need to press the bushings out of that, take those two brackets to the powder coater, and then those poly bushings should be here, I think within a couple days. So hopefully I can get this wing maybe back together tonight. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Maybe one half, because I didn't pull the other half apart. So yeah, maybe I'll fiberglass. Well, I'll probably have to fiberglass those stands in first, and then I'll have to go ahead and like fiberglass the wing back together, or panel blender, or whatever I'm gonna end up doing to glue it back together, and go from there. See if I can get it pretty much straight. I'll end up probably just leaving it in primer. If I don't end up using it and I end up selling it, but I'm going to go out to that car and grab those brackets. All right, so these are the brackets that I forgot. I need to pull them off, one on each side of the diff. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and then take them over to the power cutter after I press the bushings out. All right, so I pulled those two brackets off of the diff. I'll go press these bushings out and then run them by the powder coater and add them to all the gloss black stuff. You can see how nasty they were just from before, but they should clean up, and then I'll probably order some nice bolts. Okay, so I'm back at the shop today, and I'm working on the VR4 combat wing. It's like a replica, but I made the little stand pieces and capped them so they have the bolts in them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to panel bond these on, all four of them, and then once they dry, I'll or get like tacky so they don't move, I'll panel bond the rest of the wing on, and then after that I'll do a little bit of fiberglass and probably end up priming them, but that won't be till later because it'll take a while for the glue to dry and everything, and I still have to pull that other wing apart because I haven't even like separated it or like even pulled the stands out. So this is what it looked like before. I mean, cracked down the edge and all the broken studs. So what I ended up doing was just making some aluminum, tapping some aluminum pieces of metal, and using some stainless, what is it, 6x1 stainless Allens, which will not rust because they're stainless, and yeah, it'll be a little bit better than it was. All right, working on the SC a little bit. I kind of situated the trunk. It had been kind of a bunch of stuff was undone. I still need to put clips in here. It's missing some of the clips, so I just have one on each side holding it up. I need to put, there's quite a few in here, but yeah, I vacuumed it. I kind of cleaned it up. It definitely had a bunch of stuff in there, and it was kind of just, I don't know, it was just kind of nasty. So I want the trunk to be kind of nice. And then I took this, had like a full-size spare in it, and the jack. I don't ever have spares in any of my cars or anything because by the time you need them, they're always too bad to use. So yeah, you know, just like, I don't know, keep an eye on your tires, and you don't have to worry about having a spare. I haven't had a spare in, I don't know, anything for years, probably like 10 years I've driven around with spares. So, I mean, even with the newer cars, they all have pressure sensors and stuff like that, as long as you don't hit anything too like huge that blows the tire out. But I mean, that's pretty rare. But now that it's all clean, it had like a bunch of nails and all this like random stuff in it. I'm gonna put that back on the back seat. Here's a fuel pump. I need to put this fuel pump in there, but I need to order the connector for it because I guess these ones don't come with a connector, or at least this one didn't come with a connector. So yeah, I mean, it's a step towards the car being a little bit cleaner. The one good thing, this car had like this mat right here to cover the back little like carpet thing. So that's kind of a little bit more dirty, and I'll vacuum that out and clean it up and put it back in there because it's kind of nice to have. But other than that, some clips. I need to do some stuff with the interior, pretty much the same thing, just kind of clean it up, put some stuff back in it, put the back seats back in it once the fuel pump's done. And yeah, I mean, another thing I need to do is put these fans in, but I need to get another one of these fans because that one's like a random one, and it doesn't actually bolt into, I think that's like a Mishimoto like fan like thing, but yeah, it doesn't really bolt into it. So I need to get another fan, and then I'll wire it up. And I forgot about that yesterday. I was like, oh man, there's no fans. All right, so I situated the parts, just put them in here a little bit more organized. And here's like the coil cover and the cam cover, the headlights, even though they're broken, the fuel pump, fans, and the little shield that surrounds the fuel tank. All right, so that was a little random video of like VR4 stuff, SC stuff, just some stuff that I had laying around from the day before and today. So probably tomorrow I'll do some JZ video because I actually got some parts for the 2J. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, comment below. See you next time.